Good evening, everybody. Good evening and welcome to the College of Pharmacy Awards celebration. Thank you for being here. I'm Todd Sorensen. I'm a professor and the Senior Executive Associate Dean of the College of Pharmacy, and I happen to be serving as the acting dean, as Dean Wellage is in recovery. Many of you know that Linda experienced a fall recently and has taken a leave to recover. And so I have been filling in for her as best as I possibly can, not to the level that she can do this type of thing, but we have found ways in the college to rally around her, and things are going just fine. I would say she sends her regrets, and that is genuine. She told me earlier this week she seriously considered coming here this evening, not to host, but just to be here. But really that just isn't possible. But that's how serious she wished she could be here, because she would have made that effort, but realized it was not possible. So grateful to be in this room with alumni, students, colleagues. I'm equally thankful for those of you who are joining us virtually as well, just so that you know that we are connected virtually and we are recording the session this evening. Recognition of our pharmacy awards is a very significant moment in our life as a college community. It's truly an honor to gather here and honor the group of remarkable people that we recognize as alumni, as friends, as our students. While we won't hear remarks from every individual this evening, everyone being honored tonight has had a tremendous impact on our students, on our college, and on our profession. We greatly value all of their contributions. So with that, as we get started, I'm going to turn over the first part of the program to Jessica Ward-Dennison.
Thank you, Todd. Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. I am lucky to be a part of the alumni relations team at the College of Pharmacy, and I'm just so glad to see you all here. It's been a long time coming, and I'm grateful that you're here. And I get to give awards away. The first group of individuals being honored this evening are receiving awards from the Century Mortar Club, as selected by the group's awards committee, which was chaired by Marcia Milanig, who's here in the room somewhere. There she is. This year, CMC is honoring two students with the Century Mortar Club Student Award. The first is Dr. Kira Gonzalez, PharmD class of 2023. Kira is a devoted student leader, was a devoted student leader, and pharmacy advocate while at the College of Pharmacy. She served as the 2022-2023 president of the Pharmacy College Board and was an effective student representative. She collaborated with the Pharmacy Alumni Society and the Century Mortar Club and other practitioners across the spectrum. The Century Mortar Club is pleased to recognize Kira this evening and ask her to please come to the podium for a brief word of thanks. I'll also invite CMC President Craig Else to the podium as well to join us for a photo. I should have had you here first. Sorry, we're out of practice. Congratulations. Thank you. Right over there. Thank you. You want to say a few words?
Well, I don't have anything formal prepared, but I just want to thank everyone for considering and choosing me for this award. It really means a lot to me, and I owe a lot of all of my accomplishments that Jessica talked about to a lot of the people in this room. I had a lot of encouragement and support throughout my time in the College of Pharmacy. And I want to give a special thanks to Bruce Benson because he really influenced me a lot throughout my journey, and especially as College Board President. And also to all the past College Board Presidents for kind of paving the way and setting me up for success for my time in the organization. So thank you to everybody, and I really appreciate it. It's a great honor.
Thank you so much. Our Second Century Mortar Club Student Award recipient is Jake Woodruff, PharmD class of 2024. Jake is a dedicated leader who is recognized for his work with Phi Delta Chi, or PDX, the Minnesota Pharmacy Student Alliance, the Phillips Neighborhood Clinic, the Society of Student-Run Free Clinics, and of course, his community service and other volunteer activities. These efforts speak to the spirit of the CMC Student Award, and Jake is a well-deserving recipient. Jake, please join Craig and I at the podium to receive your magnificent plaque and share a brief thank you.
All right, I will start with I also did not prepare anything, but I wanted to thank everyone for this. This really means a lot to me. I was very excited to get this email when I found out I was receiving this award. I will start with a special thank you to Marsha because she has been a great mentor to me over the past couple of years, and I have really appreciated her mentorship in this. And honestly, I am just really excited to have this with all the work that I put in over the last couple of years. I could not have done it without any of my classmates to help me along the way. So I almost take this as to my class, because we have done a lot in our time, especially being the first one to come back into the curriculum with COVID. So it was a great time. Thank you all so much.
We now move on to the Century Mortar Club Friend of the College Award. The CMC is pleased to recognize Dr. Amy Jo Digatano as this 2023 CMC Friend of the College. From Amy Jo's service across many organizations during her years as a student pharmacist to her support of the college since her graduation, her contributions to students and the college cannot be overstated. As CMC president, she helped usher in a new set of initiatives as CMC's activities evolved. The entire CMC community will be forever grateful for her insights and steady hand at the helm. We gladly recognize you as the CMC Friend of the College. Amy Jo, please join us at the podium and share a few remarks.
Hi, thank you everyone for the award. I'm so excited to get this, and I love that this award is called Friend of the College, because when I look out here, I see all of my pharmacy friends that I get so excited to go to work with, to come back to the college and visit with, and the students that we all get to engage with and watch grow and develop and become amazing pharmacists too. It's so I really want to say thank you to everyone who really supported me and encouraged me all the way back when I was a student in MPSA and in the CMC as our student rep. It was very exciting to learn about the organization that way. And everyone that serves on the board is just an amazing person and really pushes our work forward. And so I want to thank everyone for that.
Thank you, Amy Jo. It has been a true pleasure working with you on CMC initiatives, and I look forward to our next project. It's going to be fun. We now move on to the Spirit of the Century Mortar Club Founders Award. This year, we are pleased to recognize two individuals who had a great deal to do with the success of the Century Mortar Club. Both gentlemen have made an impact that will continue to be felt for years to come. Dr. Steve Schallmeyer has a long history and special bond with the Century Mortar Club. He is our CMC endowed chair. It was the work and vision of the CMC that brought Steve to Minnesota and has led to a legacy that stretches far beyond the walls of this college. His contributions to the College of Pharmacy and its students have been profound. His contributions to the Century Mortar Club as a committed and loyal representative continues to bring pride to the organization. As CMC endowed chair, Steve has given so much to the profession, not just in Minnesota, but nationally and internationally. We are grateful to have you here with us tonight, Steve, and invite you to come up to join us for a few remarks. There he is.
Well, I have a slide presentation. It'll take about 30 minutes. No, I won't do that. Yeah, it is. I won't do that tonight. The CMC really is the reason I'm here. And I always am happy to participate in CMC board meetings and the activities that encourage students and help the college be more visible in the community and the pharmacy community and the state. And just glad to be a part of the pharmacy community in Minnesota. And I encourage all to participate in and support the CMC as we continue to move forward. Thank you for bringing me here. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. It's a true pleasure to honor you with this award tonight. We now move on to our second Spirit of the Century Mortar Club Founders Award, which is a mouthful. For much of his tenure at the College of Pharmacy, Dr. Bruce Benson has played a key role in the Century Mortar Club. A student-centered pharmacy leader, Bruce supported CMC with a focus on pharmacy students that has never wavered. Everyone in this room probably knows Bruce. He has mentored you. He has supported you. He has shared a good pun with you or impressed you with his deep knowledge of the college, our alumni, our students, and our football team. When the CMC Awards Committee decided to secretly recognize Bruce, Chair Marcia Milanig had to make Bruce accept this award. His humility and hard work ethic makes him a true leader in the spirit of the founders of CMC. Please welcome my friend Bruce Benson to the podium for a few words.
I have to correct Jessica on one thing. Not all the puns were good. Looking back, the CMC is such an important group, and I've been so lucky, so fortunate to work for the people I've worked for, to work with the people I've worked with, from my colleagues, pharmacists, students, the Century Mortar Club. Being at the right place and the right time is an awfully good place to be. I could not have been more surprised than I was when I heard of this recognition. To the CMC members, let me tell you, it's appreciated more than you might realize. Thank you very much.
Want me to carry it back?
No, I could do that.
Okay, we're good. You're off the hook. Thank you, Bruce. I am so grateful for your leadership, your mentorship, and your friendship. This was a really special treat for me to be able to give him an award this evening, so thank you. Next, we move on to Preceptor of the Year. Recipients of these awards are nominated by students during their fourth year advanced pharmacy practice experiences. Some people call them APPEs. I call them APPEs. As you'll see in your program, the criteria is extensive, and the Office of Experiential Education receives many well-deserving nominations. These awards were given at the fourth year PharmD Awards celebration prior to commencement in May 2023. However, we wanted to take the opportunity to recognize the recipients listed in your program. And I know we've got one of them here tonight. Stand up so we can applaud you for your work with our students. Thank you so much. It's my honor to recognize these preceptors this evening. Students learn so much and are truly lucky to have you as their guides. They would not graduate without you. So thank you so much. At this time, I'll invite Bruce back to the podium and he's going to do our next round of awards. Thank you. Here you go.
Thank you so much, Jessica. I neglected to mention earlier that when you talk about people that you like working with, Jessica Ward Dennison makes me better, and I'm grateful for the chance to work with her. We're grateful for the efforts of the experiential team and, of course, our amazing preceptors, and I can tell you that I've worked with some of those, and they're wonderful to facilitate these experiences. The individuals in the next group are being honored with awards from the Pharmacy Alumni Society as selected by the group's awards committee, which is chaired by Brittany Hawk Picard. The Pharmacy Alumni Society is pleased to recognize Dr. Raquel Rodriguez as the 2023 Mentor of the Year. Raquel's unwavering commitment to pharmacy, the college, the students is heartfelt. She goes above and beyond to mentor and uplift students. She embodies the role of a perennial advocate and mentor. Her genuine dedication is tireless and never ending. We are so grateful for the energy and the efforts that lost my place, that foster leadership, positive outcomes, and the exceptional learning experiences. I invite Raquel to come to the podium and say a few words, along with Tony Olson, the president of the Pharmacy Alumni Society, who is here on behalf of Dr. Picard, who is home taking care of her new twins.
People that know me knows that I get very emotional. I try not to. Very humble, but I have to say that to be a mentor, a good mentor, you have to have good mentors yourself. So I can list a lot of people under that umbrella. But just to give you at least one piece of my experience with being a mentee, I have my mentor close to me here, Bruce Benson. So very humble to receive the award, and to receive it from my dear Tony is even a better treat. So thank you.
Thank you, Raquel. As you may know, Raquel is retiring, and her nomination preceded the news of her retirement. Recognizing this, while Raquel will be deeply missed at the college and by her colleagues, and I will certainly miss her, she will, her preceptors and her mentors, I'm confident she will continue to stay connected to the college. I know Raquel well, and we will want her to stay connected. I'll now turn to a faculty member who has previously won the Pharmacy Alumni Society Preceptor of the Year Award, and who this year was nominated for and selected by the Pharmacy Alumni Society for the Faculty Recognition Award. Dr. Laura Palumbi is a dedicated advocate for students, alumni, the college, and the University of Minnesota. She also contributes significantly to the profession and tribal and rural communities. As a relationship builder, Laura embodies the essence of the Faculty Recognition Award, serving as an inspiring role model in teaching, mentoring, and collaboration. Her ongoing work extends beyond students' time in the College of Pharmacy, reaching into the broader community, particularly in the area of substance use disorder, benefiting pharmacy and society as a whole. Laura, we are grateful that to have you here today. Please join Tony and me at the podium to say a few words and receive your recognition.
I just want to say how much of an honor it is to be here among this group of people, these mentors that have been so special to me. I've watched the impact you've had on our students, and I just can't thank you enough and let you know what an impact all of you in this room have, whether you're here for an award or not. Each one of you and my mentors, of course, in this room too, there's several. So thank you all of you for being here. Thank you for your support of our students and our profession. I'm grateful and honored.
Now we are happy to recognize an exemplary pharmacy leader, Dr. Jill Strakowski. Jill is recognized by her peers as the 2023 Distinguished Pharmacist recipient. As the former director of pharmacy at Alumni Hospital's Mercy Hospital and Mercy Hospital Unity campus, she served as the leadership preceptor for the College of Pharmacy and has mentored many students. Having a Master of Science degree in pharmacotherapy from the college, she is a past president of the Minnesota Pharmacists Association and has established a truly distinguished record of pharmacy leadership and volunteer service. In being selected to receive the Pharmacy Alumni Society's Distinguished Pharmacist Award, she is unique in that she's receiving an award based on the voting of past recipients. While Jill has a rich record of professional and volunteer accomplishments, she also is someone who is genuinely respected and admired by those who know her, as evidenced by this recognition. We invite Dr. Strakowski to join us now.
Well, thank you, everybody. I am both humbled and grateful for this award. My husband's on sabbatical, and so we stole away to Cozumel, and we're sitting on the beach in Cozumel, and I thought, oh, I haven't checked my email in a bit. I checked my email and I thought, what? So I was so surprised. So it has been my absolute joy to work with pharmacy students, to work with the College of Pharmacy, to work with leaders and mentors. And this ward is not my ward. This is a ward for all the people that I've worked with and had relationships with, not relations. Relationships with, and am continuing to have those relationships with. And I have my little Maddie here with me, who is 5 years old, because she needs to learn somehow, right? So, so thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Jill. This is truly well-reserved recognition. Now we'll recognize an individual who has made a significant contribution to the Alumni Affairs Department of the college through her volunteerism and extra efforts. The Hats Off Award acknowledges a volunteer who has been an invaluable asset to our team, Jessica and me and others in the college for over a decade. Our furthest away awardee this evening goes to Lori Lavarios from Leeward Community College on the island of Oahu in Hawaii. As many of you know, I traveled to Hawaii, and while there, I have the honor of working with local colleges and sharing recruiting messages recruiting on behalf of the University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy. Minnesota is not always an easy sell in February, but with colleagues like Lori, it's much, much easier. Lori is so welcoming and with a great asset to recruiters. Her attention to detail, her kindness, and her willingness to make the extra effort make my job and much more fun and much easier. We are pleased to recognize Lori Labarrios this evening, and we welcome her from a distance away in Hawaii.
I hope my mic. Aloha from Hawaii. It's very warm here, but I will not make you all jealous. Bruce can tell you all about it. It's what a pleasure it's been to get to know just University of Minnesota. And I guess it all started when Bruce came and tabled at our little community college. And he would just talk to students about the field of pharmacy. And it's been such a positive experience for Bruce being at Leeward. He has expanded his partnerships with other community colleges here in Hawaii. I'm very happy to be a bridge for University of Minnesota, but more importantly, for the field of pharmacy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lori. Our recruitment team and the college are grateful to all that you have done to support us. I will be delivering the award to you in a few weeks. And that will not be charged to the college. At this time, I'd like to invite Dr. Sorensen back.
Bruce, that award's pretty heavy, right? You need somebody to come with you to carry it for you? I'll volunteer. All right. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Jessica, also for sharing awards this evening. And so far, congratulations to all of those who've been recognized. We now move on to the College of Pharmacy Early Career Achievement Award. For Dr. Rhonda Chicolis is a 2009 PharmD graduate with a Master in Public Health degree. And she is unquestionably deserving of the Early Achievement Award. With extensive experience in pharmacy benefits management, her expertise covers Medicare procedures, regulatory compliance, and related areas. She is a former president of the Pharmacy Alumni Society. Rhonda prioritized inclusivity in board membership and initiatives during her term. She was recently elected president of the Minnesota Board of Pharmacy and actively mentors our students. She is one of the individuals that we count as the Energizer Bunnies of pharmacy in this state. Rhonda is on the road, but we're fortunate to have her joining us via Zoom as well. So I want us to all congratulate Rhonda, and I believe she's going to be able to join us.
Good evening. Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Rhonda.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. About 5 years ago, a woman by the name of Dr. Raquel Rodriguez, who I worked with in school, changed my life. She reminded me that it was important to be seen, to be heard, and to really charge the college with diversity, equity, and inclusion. Along that way was Dr. Bruce Benson and Jessica Ward Dennison. And then I've had my instructors such as Dr. Todd Sorensen. If you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would be president of the Minnesota Board of Pharmacy, I would have told you most assuredly it wouldn't have been me. And I'm sure some of my professors would think I am the one that challenged them the most while I was in school. I want to thank you so much for this opportunity and this wonderful award. I am sorry that I can't be with you, but I am presently actually in the airport in Chicago at the National Association of Board of Pharmacy. Thank you so much, and have a good evening.
Well, thank you, Rhonda, for the going above and beyond and joining us from the airport, but more importantly, representing us at the National Boards of Pharmacy meeting. That's fantastic. I can say confidently for every faculty member that one of the great experiences we have is when we see those who were students winning awards when they're off in their career. And for me, that's of course true of Rhonda. It's true of Amy Jo. Jake is still a student, hasn't graduated yet, but more awards will be coming. And it's also true of our next awardee. So next, I'm pleased to recognize Derek Borkowski with the 2023 Above and Beyond Award. Derek is a pharmacy graduate of the class of 2018, served as the college board president from 2016 and 17, and currently holds the position of secretary on the Pharmacy Alumni Society Board. His efforts in linking alumni and students through the online resource app Pearls have proven invaluable, serving as an outstanding resource for our students. Derek's business development endeavors consistently provide support and engagement for our students, showcasing his leadership and unwavering dedication. Please welcome Derek to the podium for remarks.
Yeah, thank you all so much, and really want to echo so many of the previous awardees recognizing comments. And yeah, just a few, off the cuff thoughts that come to my mind when I look out at this group is, one thing just early in my new practitioner career, it's felt like the first, I've had the opportunity finally to have the chance to try and work with students and pay forward so much of the opportunity that's been provided to me by. I'm hesitant to start naming names because I feel like I'm going to miss so many people in this room that, two kind of metaphors I think kind of come to mind when I think about just what it felt like to interact with so many alumni and faculty here. And the first one is sort of, I remember being as a student, just I can look at so many people directly in the face and just proverbially feel like you created a seat at the table for students to join right into the discussion of what's the latest pharmacy practice issue of the day or with the healthcare system. And you're not you're a student, but start thinking about it now. And so the other metaphor, or I don't know if it's a metaphor, but just basically from alumni and faculty members, being challenged to think bigger, think about what you can do. And that, I think, which, none more demonstrated by Mac, later the ceremony. And so, just last comment I'd just make is I can remember several times while I was a student and even in as recently as, this year, talking to like my fellow classmates, our class of 2018, and just saying to ourselves, man, why, like so many of the alumni above us, why were they so gracious with their time and energy towards us? Like, why did they care about us and, and give us the energy and the attention and the time? And anyway, when I look to try and interact with students now, I can feel what those alumni were giving to us is just the only way you can pay for, the only way I feel like I can pay forward, what we get from alumni that come before us is, where are you, Jake? Come here. I need to tell you something, or any other students. And so just really appreciate the opportunity, being recognized, and looking forward to just being a part of this community, for years to come. So appreciate you all.
I don't know if Derek knows this, but Derek has reached icon status among the student body in many ways. Not only for the support that Pearls provides them in their studies, but for his entrepreneurship. And it's more than once, and I've been around students, and Derek's been off in the distance, and they'll be, there's Dr. Borkowski over there. And they flock around him at national meetings when he's showcasing Pearls in the events. So left a mark on our students, certainly, Derek. Last but not least, the College of Pharmacy sponsored awards. I am pleased to recognize Dr. Craig Else with the Champion of the College Award. Craig stands out as one of the college's most ardent supporters. A dedicated volunteer, he is the current president of the Century Mortar Club, engages in precepting, and actively participates in career roundtables and preview days. Essentially, he's omnipresent. And always bringing a positive outlook that truly establishes him as an ally and an advocate for the college. We're honored to recognize him as the champion of the college this evening. So Craig, I'd like to invite you to come forward.
No, so I'm just a champion of the college because I've got a son that is the second year, and I hope that when the college find out he was my kid, they wouldn't throw him out. So I figured I better help out. No, honestly, it's, everybody in this room, you get the opportunity to work with such great people, Dr. Benson, with Jill, with Marcia, with just, with Todd, anytime you can work with these people, it's so much fun. And I'll say students, I've got, Eric Helmke is on rotation with me right now. And honestly, these guys, Lee was one of my students. They do all the work for me and I just take all the credit for it. So being part of the college is what it's all about. So thank you.
Thank you, Craig. There are several people in this category, and Craig is one of them. When I'm at a meeting, I'm at a local conference, and Craig is there. Inevitably, it seems like there's a strike up a conversation, and in those conversations, it's inevitable that Craig is going to say, "What's happening at the college? How can I help? Is there something that I can do?" And I really appreciate that sentiment. So, thank you, Craig. From here, we move on to the University of Minnesota level recognitions. On September 30th, the University of Minnesota Alumni Association hosted their awards reception. And we're so proud to share 2 College of Pharmacy alumni that were recognized. First, Dr. Judy Kellaway was honored with the Alumni Service Award, and Dr. Tommy Westerlund, who came in from Sweden for the event, received the Distinguished Leadership Award for Internationals. Tonight's program, that's on each of your tables, provides you with a brief synopsis of Judy and Tommy's contributions to the college and the university and to practice. And now it's my distinct pleasure to recognize Dr. McNamara Jawadecker. Mac has been honored with the university's Outstanding Achievement Award by the All Honors Committee. He's a distinguished alumnus nominated for this award by the College of Pharmacy. Recognizing exceptional achievement and leadership, this prestigious award highlights Mac's impactful career in advancing healthcare and pharmacy. Graduating in 1982 with a PhD in pharmaceutics, he has played a pivotal role in significant research, including contributions to the COVID-19 vaccine. Actively engaged in the College of Pharmacy, Mac serves as a mentor and contributes to career pathway roundtables, exemplifying the commitment and excellence of University of Minnesota alumni. Now, I read the packet that was prepared for this nomination, and there was a couple of items in that stood out to me that I wanted to share with the group this evening. First, Dr. Ron Sudchuk wrote, Dr. Jawadecker made very important contributions to the formulation development of numerous Pfizer products in his 28 years with the firm. As examples, he played a seminal role in the product development for Zoloft, drug used for depression, for those who might not be familiar, and an antibiotic, Zithromax. In my view, one of the most important molecules that he had a key role in developing was a tyrosine kinase inhibitor that was formulated for oral use to treat a localized cancer of the kidney, as well as certain gastrointestinal tumors. I understand his contributions not only in developing the physical formulations of these agents, but also in research focused on elucidating the pharmacokinetic and biopharmaceutic properties of this drug were critical in having it submitted to and approved by the FDA. Now, I pulled that quote out in part because what stood out to me was a couple of agents listed there that any pharmacist obviously is familiar with. So many patients have been touched with those. And I stopped and I thought, how many of us think as you go through the college and think about either the people who work at the college as faculty or our alumni, those things that are making a difference in patients' lives all over may have had significant touch by those faculty or by our alumni that has made them have the impact that they're able to have in healthcare. And that's true of Mac's work. The second letter that I identified that I wanted to share was prepared by Dr. Siegel and Fairbanks on behalf of the Department of Pharmaceutics. And they wrote, While our program students each specialize in a particular area, it is expected that they are conversant in the full spectrum of the pharmaceutics discipline. We also cultivate exquisite communication skills in our students in recognition that, as alumni, they will be the ambassadors of pharmaceutics to the world. In so doing, it is anticipated that our graduates will lead the global commitment to improving healthcare for humankind. Dr. Jawadecker's career achievement is a prime realization of that long-standing graduate program goal in pharmaceutics. I thought that was just a great way to connect who we are as a college, what we aspire to be, and how we serve our students, and to have it become realized in one of our outstanding graduates. So it's my honor to share this citation on behalf of the University of Minnesota. So for Makaran S. Jawadecker, distinguished graduate of the University of Minnesota, eminent scholar, devoted to improving lives through collaborative partnerships that foster positive human development. Highly skilled communicator, team builder, and researcher at Pfizer Pharmaceuticals with extensive knowledge in discovering and bringing forth promising medications. Loyal, accomplished, and enthusiastic innovator whose research, leadership, and business acumen have benefited the health of millions worldwide. Dr. Makaran, or Jawadecker.
First of all, I'm so moved. I don't know whether I can speak. I will give my best chance to speak about, why we are all gathered here. And this is really emotional because it's coming back after 40 some years. And I feel like I'm a graduate of 2023 and I feel that young here. I feel like I can now play tennis with Harsh Mankad, who is in the audience. And he's the Davis Cup, India's #1 tennis player. And he's here and he taught tennis at the university and now he's teaching in the suburbs. So glad Harsh, you are here. Again, I'm not going to take names of everybody who came here for me. And I think I'm indebted to everybody who came from different states of the United States. I mean, you got Florida, you got New Jersey, you got California, Hollywood. Everybody is represented here. We have two Hollywood celebrities sitting right here, one from Back to the Future and another one from, who came and she was in Black Panther. So we got celebrities sitting right in the audience, and I'm so impressed. They came and did the everything that they could to be here and celebrate this event. And again, my pleasure is I got to see friends and family and everybody here. I mean, Caroline Fairbanks did a fantastic job today in introducing me when I had a lecture that I gave at the Health Science Unit A and did that. And I think I was so moved by the introduction that Caroline did. I mean, she didn't have a single paper in her hand and she had memorized everything that she, and really great job, Caroline. So thank you. And my wife Melinda's family and Caroline's family, I mean, they were both in Mayo Clinic and they worked together. My father-in-law and her father, they worked together and did everything, that I was told. So it's nice that, this whole circle is completed and you are here in the College of Pharmacy. And I was so glad that you could do the introduction and do whatever you did today. So thank you again. And I'm going to go through a few slides here just so that at least I get to talk about, what, this, what I call the vote of thanks. And it goes without saying, I mean, there are lots of people who came here for me just for this day. I mean, they spend time of their precious time from their, busy schedules and took the flights, came here, or some people drove from Chicago, and some people, came from long distance, and some people even, came just now from New Jersey. I see Shekhar here, he just arrived and made the time. So again, I'm just saying, all the efforts that you took to be here and be with me, makes my day and makes my life good. I mean, I feel good. And I see Tanya Novak here, who was my housemate back in the days, and she came here and took time to be here. So again, I'm not going to, have everybody's name here, but at least I'm going to say that, what you did or what you accomplished here in terms of getting everybody together and make things happen is simply beyond me. And I really, really respect what College of Pharmacy and everybody did for me, and also the regents of the university and the president of the university honored when the recommendations were made. And I'm going to do some vote of thanks here and go through these slides, and I'm hoping I can do it here. Okay. Let's see. How do we go forward? I just want to. How do we go?
It's not showing much.
Oh, I see. This doesn't show. Okay. So anyway, so it is going forward. I just thought it's still sitting there anyway. So these are my fellow graduate students who were with me, and I really thought it would have been great to have some of them here, but again, it was a real pleasure to be part of this team of fellow graduate students and to be part of this. So the real advisor who really advised me on every aspect and taught me some lessons in life was Dr. Ed Rippey. And he was a physical pharmacy professor, and he was the one who taught me everything what you should do in life. I mean, he was more of a philosophical guide, and then obviously the pharmaceutical and the scientific guide. And he was a mathematician by training and statistician. So all the things I did were based on the stochastic analysis using Markov chain model. So it was modeling the mixing processes, and he taught me how to do that. And really, that was the beginning of my career within University of Minnesota College of Pharmacy. And another person I want to pay respect to is Dr. Larry Weaver, who was the dean, and now I see the Weaver, the hall is made. I mean, the building is named after him, and he really influenced me so much. And he was so welcoming when I came here, that he literally, said, if you need anything, tell me, but if you need anything more, go to Bruce Benson. And Bruce is I consider him my mentor, because Bruce really taught me, how to do things, because I was new in this country. I immigrated here in 1976, and I didn't know anybody. It was the Bud Grant who received me at the, who was the coach of Vikings, and he received me at the airport with my sign there. And that's how my entry started in Minneapolis, with Bud Grant receiving me, and he took me to his home, and I stayed with him for the first week when things were, I didn't have even a place to stay. So he did that, and I was so humbled by his being so humble, by saying, I just asked him, that, what do you do for a living? He said, I'm a coach. I said, okay. So what do you coach? He said, I coach football. Oh, so you are good in soccer. I mean, I didn't know what football is. I did not know what American football was. So I said, sorry, I don't know what it is. And how do you, when you call it a football, why do you touch it with your hands? That's a no-no in football, in soccer. So anyway, so I won't go into that story, but I think he and Patty, his wife, Patricia, again, made a tremendous impact because they were so humble. And I learned how you should be humble, no matter how rich you are and how famous you are. So that is one lesson I learned from him, and it was amazing. But again, it's a question of, when you take these opportunities, or when these things land on your lap, you feel like, you are fortunate. And right after then, I had the apartment and all that. Then, the Kolatkar family became my host family, because they were the ones, who invited me to every occasion, like Hindu festivals, Diwali, and Thanksgiving also. I went to their place. The first tennis was through Srinivas, who is here today, and his wife, Vasanti, became pharmacy student, and I think it is the credit goes to Bruce for encouraging her to join the College of Pharmacy. So I want to mention that, and really thank you. Now I think I don't want to take too much time here, but I can't resist, spending time. So sorry if I'm taking too much time, but I have to. You have to extract some time of your busy schedule right now. So okay, so I had to look here to see what thing is there. So now you see Bruce Benson, and I wished you had I had a chance to see Jason here, but unfortunately, he's not well, so he couldn't be here. But Bruce made such a marvelous impact on my, not only being here in Minnesota, but beyond, because, we used to communicate, and he used to have some students, undergraduates who graduated and wanted to be in the pharmaceutical industry. He used to, communicate, and I tried to recruit them at Pfizer or elsewhere. And again, Bruce, thank you for everything what you did. This whole experience of being a part of the university and the community and the people that you know and the connections that you make and the things that you do, it all depends on, how you can, really take all the things with you and carry on in your professional life. So while I was in Minnesota, I was unmarried, and I was having lots of parties and all that stuff. And there is a person sitting in the back, Karen Cooley. She was the one who really and Karen and Stefan, we had our graduation parties back in 1982 and whatnot, and really, it was one of those things that I enjoyed being part of the scene, part of the friendship circles that we created, and did everything what we did together. So again, it's good to see them here, and good to celebrate with friends and whatnot. So going to the next slide. I think I talked about Caroline, and I think she is amazing in what she does, and literally I'm so happy that what you are doing here is really being looked at with a big, what I call the successful things that you have done. So thank you for that. And then again, as you can see here, Dr. Siegel, and I had remembered Dr. Siegel did visit Pfizer when he was not at University of Minnesota. He was in California, and you came there, and I picked you up, I think at the airport, and brought you to Pfizer. So I remember those things, and I think it was good to see you at the AAPS conference last month in Orlando, and I'm so glad you are here and you're part of this big College of Pharmacy. Thank you. And these are Dr. Ron Sawchuk. He was my professor for pharmacokinetics, and he was also on my thesis committee. And he also has been there, and he's one of those members who I looked up and always asked him for anything that I needed in PK/PD and pharmacokinetics and those areas, and he was always there for me. And these are the people, including, Ron here, Ron Siegel, Ron Sawchuk, Carolyn Fairbanks, and again, Bruce. They are all the people who wrote fantastic recommendations, and they had to go through different tiers. And I don't know whether, how it all happened, but I was lucky to have been bestowed upon this enormous honor. So thanks again for doing all this. And I would also want to talk about Korsmeyer. Richard Korsmeyer worked with me at Pfizer, and he was also one of the persons who made a recommendation, and obviously, he was leading some of the areas like drug delivery research and whatnot, and he's a very dear friend, and recently his wife passed away, who was friends with Melinda, and but he is now going off to Australia to his children. But anyways, so he's a very dear friend, and he was one of those people who wrote a nice letter of recommendation that I received a copy of just recently. Dean Village, she couldn't be here today. I heard about the fall she had and everything that she has gone through, but I want to thank her because she also was a part of the recommending teams, and she has done a tremendous job here, I hear, at the university, although she wasn't there when I was here, but I heard so many good things about her. So again, I want to thank her for what she has done. And again, it's a wonderful thing to have and Jessica and Katie, they are both here. Please stand up because I want to really have the applause. They did a fabulous job in getting everybody together. All the logistics, every now and then you want to know, who has been invited, the invitations have gone through, whatever has been done, what needs to be done, who is coming to the airport, who is going to take, all those simple but very complex details. Those were taken care of, and I think, and she gave us a tour yesterday of the Twin Cities, especially when we wanted to see Lake Calhoun that we used to go. So she took us there and showed the Lake Calhoun and the ways around it. So again, thank you for doing that. And really, Jessica, you did a great job. And Katie, you did a fantastic job today in getting everything squared away for the presentation that I made today. So again, thank you so much. And this is, again, you see the pictures here. I can't see it here, so I'm going to stand here and okay, so the pictures here, if you can see, Dr. Rippey is second from the left, Dr. Miller, and then Gary Carlson and Ron Sawchuk. I think Ron Sawchuk is the only person here who is living, I believe. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but And those are the people, they were there when I was a student. And on the second picture to the right, you can see Dr. Portuguese. And why I wanted to show this picture with Dr. Portuguese, because he came to Bombay University when I was student there in 1973, 74. He came to Bombay University, and he came to UDCT where I was a student. And my advisor then, Dr. Mrs. Baichwal, she said, you have to talk to Dr. Portuguese and see if he can help you with admission at the University of Minnesota. I said, I don't want to bother him. But then he came up to me, and my advisor there had told Dr. Portuguese that Mac is really intending to come to Minnesota. Can you give, if I wrote a letter, can you deliver it to Dr. Rippey? So those days, obviously, the only way was either type letter or written letter. I hand wrote a letter, gave it to Dr. Portuguese, and he brought it to Ed Rippey. And Rippey got it. He replied, handwritten note again. He mailed it to me, and I got it. And he said, I look forward to you applying officially, and then I hope the application process goes through, and we'll hope to see you here. So that was the beginning of my Minnesota entry, and that's why I came, because of Dr. Portuguese being in Bombay that time in 1973-74 timeframe. So I just wanted to thank him, and he's still going strong. I hear he's in his 90s, but he's doing well. I was speaking to Bruce today, and he told me about that. So that's fabulous. And I think Lee Swenson, who is sitting right somewhere there. Yeah. He's another person whom I have come to know in recent times. And Lee, again, his practice that he's doing, amazing things he's doing with his pharmacy practice. I joined his advisory, and his connection again came through Bruce. And I thank Lee for everything what you have done in the last couple of months for me, and we'll be working together on some of the things that we talked about. So thanks, Lee, for everything what you have done. And the next one, oops, why it's not going forward? Okay. Technical experts here.
Sometimes when you have to do this, you have to up out of the, and then stop sharing.
Oh, I'm gonna.
There we go. And if we reshare. There we go.
Okay, so this is one of those slides, and I want to kind of tell you, I mean, this is the one on the left is me and Melinda when we got married, and this was taken in India, and so that's, again, I want to thank my family for what they have done, because I have been, since I mean, obviously after Minnesota, I joined Pfizer, and then with Pfizer, I was traveling everywhere every month, and I was out from home, 20 days out of 30. So somebody had to take care of the kids, and she was the one who did all that work, hard work, and took care of the kids. Otherwise, without that, I could not have done what I have been able to do professionally and otherwise. So I want to thank Melinda for that. And the photo that you see, the group photo, is obviously Melinda, our daughter Emily, son Neil, daughter-in-law Carrie, and myself. And that's when they got married in August of 2019. And since then, they have two kids. You know, the one on the right is obviously you see the future of U of M graduate. I mean, you can see Olivia, and then you see Liam. He's only 5 months old, so 2 years and 5 months, and those are our grandchildren. And again, I want to show it to you, and I'm so proud of them for what they are doing right now, and I'm sure they have joined in on the call to look at this. So I just want to thank you and thank everybody for what you have done for me and everything that has come to me. And I again I would have loved to have everybody's name listed who came here and all that, but I don't want to do that. I just want to make sure that whatever you have done, I'm so moved, and I'm very, very thankful for what you have done. Thank you so much.
Don't forget that. Well, I'm just going to leave this photo up here because it's too cute to take down. I got a call from the admissions office earlier today, Mac. Your grandchildren's applications are under review right now. And I'm really pleased that you brought up Bud Grant, because as a lifelong tortured Vikings fan, I thought I was at least 6 degrees of separation from Vikings immortality. And now I'm only 2 degrees away. So thank you. That's an amazing story. All right. So thank you, or congratulations again to Mac and to all of tonight's award recipients. You're all very deserving of these recognitions. The students, faculty, staff, alumni, and the rest of our family are all honored to have you as part of the College of Pharmacy community, and we are indebted to your service and to your accomplishments. So on behalf of Dean Wellage and myself, thank you all for being here tonight to celebrate these distinguished individuals. Additional thanks go to the Pharmacy Alumni Society, the Century Mortar Club, and our Alumni Affairs and Events team for hosting and gathering. Please know that we are incredibly grateful for your continued support of the College of Pharmacy. And with that, I don't want you to be chased away. Stick around, enjoy the fellowship, and that's what we're all here for. So thank you for being here this evening and celebrating the accomplishments of all of our awardees.